What up, everybody? Matt Outdoorsman here. Switching gears today. We're not going to be talking doom and gloom. I wanted to show you all my winter camp setup. All right, right there in the back of me is the Stove Hut 70 hot tent, and that's put out by Pomali. All right, that's something that I gifted myself for Christmas this past year. All right, like I said, I just unboxed it here out in the woods. This is a test setup, guys. I'm not camping out of it tonight. That's not the plan. It's never really a good idea to unbox a tent and camp right from the get-go without setting it up first and being comfortable with the setup and making sure there's no defections. So that was my project for this afternoon. All right. This is one of my few winter camping spots that I have. All right. I usually start camping towards the end of this month here in January. And then I pretty much do February and maybe like the first or second week of March. And then that's really it for my solo winter camping up here in New England. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. No, I do not have the wood stove in it yet. That wood stove is back out in the truck. I am still waiting for a replacement pipe for that stove. So I figured, you know, I wasn't going to bother carrying that out here today. So there's that. But yeah, guys, with that said, you know, I watched a few YouTube videos about this particular tent. I did my research, did my homework, and this took me about an hour to set up. I guess I feel a little bit better because I was watching some YouTube channels and these guys that do reviews on these things, you know, that's what they base their channels on. And some of these folks were saying that it was taking them like 2 hours to set it up. There is a lot of guy out points or tie down points to this. It came with 19 tent pegs. And then I got a couple poles here on the ground, and I got my 2 poles here for my porch. The reason why I have, almost dropped you folks. So I did things a little different today. I tied a ridgeline between 2 trees here. I don't know if you can see that. All right. Instead of taking those poles down there and putting them inside the tent. All right. I just feel better tying a ridgeline. Makes life a lot easier. You know, for anybody that's set up these kind of tents, you know, you're putting one pole on one side and putting another pole on the other side, and one side's falling down, and the other side's falling down. And, you know, the Mad Outdoorsman has the patience of a fucking rattlesnake. So, therefore, I fixed myself up a little ridgeline out of some cord wire, or cord rope, rather. And that's what's holding this tent up. All right. And, again, some of the YouTube videos I saw on this tent, some of these creators suggested using a ridgeline, tying a ridgeline between 2 trees. All right. So you got to know your knots, guys. All right. One of the problems I did run into was there was not enough guy out ropes, guys. I was 1 guy out rope short, and what I ended up having to do was I took an extra piece of cord rope that I have here, tied myself a taut line hitch knot, and guyed this out to a tree. All right, and obviously just tied an overhand knot to the back of the tent here. All right, to pull out the back. All right, that's one issue I had. So I was 1 guy out rope short, I guess. I mean, maybe I did something wrong here, but walking around this thing, it looks like it is all squared away. All right. Again, what I like about this tent is this is the area where the stove goes in. So it's like a little hut. Let's see if I can give you guys a closer look here. I know it's getting a little dark out, so. All right, so this is where the stove will go. All right. Obviously, I got my stove jack here. This thing opens up. Install my stove jack, stick the pipe in. We are firing it up. More ways than one. To go inside now. I like this little bug net action we got here. I don't think I'm going to be worrying about it right now. It's a little too cold out. But guys, there's plenty of room in it. There's a floor inside this tent, which is cool. I think once I'm ready to camp in it, I'm gonna get like a sacrificial tarp and put it underneath the tent here, you know, just to preserve the floor of the tent itself, you know. So that's one thing I'm gonna do. Yeah, I laid down inside of it, and this thing, I'll just hop in there. Ooh, this thing's pretty roomy. You know, I can lay right back, stretch out, you know, and then when I do set my wood stove up, there it is right there. You know, that's the area. Again, I got another little bug net right there. I'll probably pull that back and grommet it off, but yeah, I'll probably put my head up on this end here, and I'll be nice and toasty, guys. So yeah, I'm excited to use this. I'm probably gonna come out in the next couple of weeks and do some camping. I like this porch here, this canopy, vestibule, whatever you want to call it. I think that's pretty cool. You know, I could set out underneath this thing. Get myself a little fire pit constructed here when I come back out. Put the fire pit right here. Enjoy a nice fire. Another cool thing about this hot tent is not only that it will keep you warm during freezing temperatures, but I can also use the stove for cooking. So if we got shitty weather outside and you know, doesn't make sense to cook outdoors, I can just go inside in the comfort of the hot tent and cook my meals in there. To talk a little bit about this area, I don't want to OPSEC myself here, but I'm in a pretty good spot where I can be stealthy. And I know you guys watching this video right now, oh, Matt Outdoorsme, not too goddamn stealthy if you're wearing a flashing orange shirt or a hoodie. Well, guys, it's still hunting season, all right? And technically, this is public land, all right? It is during the middle of the week, and it is towards the end of hunting season. And I've been hunting this area for several years. And usually when gun season's over with, it's just a few more weeks of bow season, and then that's it. So not a lot of hunters are out in the woods. And I am far enough away from any hiking trails and any roads. I hiked a good amount of time out here, and a good amount of length, I should say. All right, so again, in the back of me, I got a small hill. Again, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll show it to you again. I got a little stream down there. It's probably about, I don't know, 50 yards away, 40, 50 yards away. So I can get my water from there, purify it, boil it up. I have some drinking water. And then back of that stream is a huge hill, all right? And again, right in here in the front of the tent. Can't really see it through the trees, but it's another good size hill. So I'm pretty much inside of a dip, all right? And that keeps me pretty much concealed, especially with the stovepipe and all that stuff, you know, when it's putting out smoke. Again, far enough away from any roads. There's all dirt roads that run through this area. And I'm far enough away from any hiking trails. All right. A lot of woods back here. A lot of woods. But that's what camping's all about, you know. But yeah, all in all, guys, I'm pretty satisfied with the tent. Pretty psyched. Ooh, almost tripped over one of my 30,000 guy out ropes. Pretty satisfied with the tent. Excited to camp in it. And I think I'll be making more videos when I come out here to do my actual camping. You know, there's a lot involved. I got to process firewood, gather water. Firewood processing is probably the biggest challenge. You know, it takes a lot out of you. But hey, that's what camping's all about, you know. Cleared out this area here, you know. You're probably wondering how I did that. I don't know if you can see that from here. Let's get a close-up on it. Guys, all I did was I just made myself a makeshift rake from a live tree. All right. That's all you do. You just take one of these skinny trees here, cut it off where it wides out there, where it forks off rather. Get yourself a nice rake. All right, so that's how you clear out an area. Little things like that, guys, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for right now. Stay tuned. Like I said, there'll be more videos like this coming up with my winter camping. All right, Matt Outdoorsman, thanks for watching.